All right. So, welcome everyone. I'm sure some other people will hop in here in a minute, but let's get started. Just mute if you're not talking. Just mute yourself up. Or if you have a question, just take yourself off mute. Or we're going to ask everyone to do their introduce yourself, just so that we all know who's on the call. And it's okay, like if you're a veteran coach, just just say how long you've been a coach and why you are a coach. And if you're a new coach, just tell us your name and where you're from and why you decided to sign up. And first, let the leaders of the call start, and that's me and Brian Rolka. And we're just going to give you a brief overview of our story, just so that you know who we are. And we'll tell you a little bit about our why. And we'll try to keep it to 5 minutes, and then we'll just get everybody else, if you guys can just take a minute or two, that way we don't take up too much time. But let me start off. I have been a coach for going on 7 years. So I started in January of 2011. Okay, so I started as a customer, right? Just like most of you guys, started with P90X. I started working on my transformation. I lost 40 pounds. I got off blood pressure medication, all that good stuff. I decided to become a coach. And the reason that I decided to become a coach was I wanted to, one, save money, right? Because I'm a cheapskate. I wanted to save 25% on Shakeology and recovery and all these other things that I was buying for Beachbody. Number two is when I had gone back to the doctor said, Greg, your transformation is amazing, but you got to keep doing what you're doing, which is something that I was never able to do in the past 20 years, right? It's like I would do yo-yo dieting, right? I'd do Weight Watchers and I'd lose the weight and then I would gain it back and then I'd do something else and I'd lose it, gain it back. So I knew if I could help at least one person that I would keep myself accountable. Okay. So what I did is it was fun. I started on the message boards. Most of you guys are familiar with it. They're now gone, but that's where I started. And I just invited as many people. I started a group and we didn't call them challenge groups back then like we do now. But I started a group and I just invited as many people as I possibly could to it, and I kept doing that. And people started signing up with me as their coach, and then I started posting on social media, and I started expanding to other platforms like YouTube and Instagram and all these other things, right? And I started attracting more and more people. And what happened was over time, I'm getting an echo from somebody on the call. I'll mute you up there. This started to turn into a business for me. So, that wasn't my primary reason for becoming a coach, and it's probably not anybody else's reason that you became a coach because you wanted to earn $1 million. But I can tell you from experience that it is, in fact, possible. Okay? So I started, just for those reasons I mentioned. I started, attracting people. I started getting people switching over to me. I started being consistent every single month, running a challenge group and inviting people and finding new people to invite every single month. Now I've built a team of over 2,000 coaches. I have probably, 5,000 customers. And, what started out as a nice little hobby income has literally earned me over $1 million. Okay. So you can be in this business, in this coaching opportunity for the discount, right? You could be in it for Autumn's exclusive test group. You could be in it as a hobby to help one other person, like the reason I started. Or you could be in it to help a lot of people and make a lot of extra money. And it's really up to you. And you're not, your reasons are your reasons. If you're in it for the discount in Autumn's group, then that's awesome. You're not, no one expects you to do anything. There's no requirements. You can do what you want with this business. And I'm just letting you guys know what's possible and who I am. So that's all I want to say about me. I'll turn it over to Brian.
Cool. Thanks, Greg. Well, I did get into coaching to make $1 million. So,
well, you're well on your way.
No, my name is Brian Wilka. I became a coach. It's going to be 6 years in February, right? 2013, 18. No, 5 years. It's going to be 5 years in February. So I became a coach for a couple different reasons. One main reason, but I started my fitness journey because I was unhealthy, like a lot of people, and I was, for my age, I was 39 years old, turning 40, and my whole life was upside down. Not only my health issues, but I had struggles with alcohol, I had struggles with depression, I had struggles with anxiety, I had struggles in my personal life, with my career. I mean, you name it, and everything was going downhill. Plus, I was 65 pounds. I actually stopped stepping on the scale. I was 5'10", and so I was 100 pounds overweight. And I started with Insanity, which is a crazy program to start with, but we didn't have many programs back then, not like we do today. So started with Insanity, nearly killed me, but there was one main reason why I got through that program, and that was because what Greg just talked about. I met Greg. He invited me to his group. We called it accountability groups back then. And I joined it because I needed all the help that I could get. And I knew if I could surround myself with people who were also doing this program and struggling, and I can get advice from them, help from them. So that's why I went over and joined. That first round of Insanity, the only reason I finished it, not the only reason, but a large part of the reason was because of being in that group. So after that, when Greg approached me about becoming a coach, I told him no like 3 times, and then I finally said yes, because I knew that I found something. Thanks. I knew that I found something that was working for me, and I knew that if I could do what Greg was doing and run my own groups and figure out how he was getting customers and clients and because he was back then. I mean, still now he's up there as a top coach, but he was he was like God back then. You're still God, Greg. But all of the accolades and everything. So elite coach, all that stuff. So I became a coach, and I did that because I needed to fill my time up with as much positive behaviors and actions as I could, to keep me, not only to keep myself accountable, but to keep me going on the right path in life, not just fitness and health, but in life. And I knew if I can meet other people and develop that servant spirit and help other people, that it would allow me to continue doing what I was doing. So that's kind of my coaching why. It wasn't about the money. It was not about the money. But then when I saw that this could be a very lucrative business and bring in some extra money, it fueled me a little bit more. So that also became part of my why too. So having a why where, you want to make this a business and you want to make money at it, is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And if you're a business builder, that's a why that you need to have. If Team Beachbody didn't have that why, we would not be on this call right now. Team Beachbody is a company amazing company, a great company, but they're only able to do the work that they're able to do because they do make money as a company. As a coach, the only reason I'm able to do the work that I do is because I do make money at this business. So that is my why, and I've been doing it, like I said, for 5 years. My team isn't as big as Greg's, but I do have a pretty large team. I am a lifetime 3-star diamond coach, and with customers. And this year has the dynamics have changed a little bit, but we're changing with them, so we can take advantage of all the amazing new opportunities that are now presenting themselves with all the changes in the business. And I'm really excited about it. So that's a little bit about me. Let's just go around real quick, guys. And all you have to do is tell us your name. Tell us, you can tell us who your coach is, maybe how long you've been a coach, and a little bit about your why you became a coach and why you're doing this. And so the first person on my screen is Candace. Start over there.
All right, I unmuted you.
Hi. I just became a coach, basically, like Brent had said, I think. Oh no, Greg, for the Autumn's test group on Facebook. I'm under John, and I think I've been under him for about a year. Before that, my coach didn't really contact me at all, and so I was struggling. And then I think I found one of his hybrids, and he got me into a challenge group. So I love the challenge groups, and I just want to be able to encourage other people, and if they want to join, but it's not my main thing. So I think that's it.
Okay.
Awesome. John's a master with those hybrids. He's got a hybrid for everything. I love it.
Yeah. And that's a great, a little side thing. That's a great way for meeting people. It's like if you have a blog, just offer any type of what we call them freemiums, right? Like whether it's a hybrid schedule, it could be recipes, it could be meal plans. It's a great way to meet people and to, invite them to, join your challenge group. So anyway.
And unfortunately I can't stay. I have to go pick my daughter up from swim, but I'll try to catch you guys next time.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
We're recording it too, so you can catch it after you leave.
Okay.
Posted.
Will do. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
All right, Stephanie, you're next.
Great. All right. Hi. Everybody hear me?
Yep.
All right. That's awesome. I'm Stephanie, and I became a coach recently. Greg is my coach, which is awesome. He actually contacted me through the Team Beachbody, earlier this year in February. And the first challenge group was awesome. I got through my first round of Insanity because of that. And I've done Insanity for a while, but I couldn't really finish it. I never actually finished it until that challenge group. So everybody kept me going, which is awesome. And my why is financial reasons, because my dad just died, and he was our source of income mostly, and through diabetes. He died because of diabetes, and sorry, wrong mic. And it was hard, and I'm trying to get fit because of that, and I just don't want to end up with diabetes and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just wanted the financial aspect of it and the healthy and the fitness of it.
Wow. Sorry about your dad.
Thank you.
I know that's really tough.
Yeah. It was the diabetes, and he just didn't take care of himself.
Yeah.
And I look at it, I was like, yeah, and I also want to, people be aware of that. Even though they say, oh, I eat whatever I want, I do whatever I want, it's not going to happen to me. It will happen to you. It does happen.
Yeah. And that's a great motivator for you to get healthy and help other people. So that's great. So, all right. Thank you. Brent, you want to go quick next?
Yes.
Oops.
Oh, well, there we go. All right. Sorry about that. Hi, my name is Brent Ellsworth. I've actually been doing Beachbody since 2010. Through that period of time, I had a few different coaches, And no one ever really reached out to explain what a coach was until 2 years ago when Greg reached out and started talking to me about the discount. So over 2010, that would have been five years working with doing Beachbody on a constant, continuous basis, buying Shakeology at a high rate, and everything else, and no one ever explained to me the discount. So I've been a coach now for 2 years. The reason I enjoy coaching is really helping people. Being in the service business, that what I do, I just enjoy helping people to get better at what they're doing. Whether it's with their fitness, with their health. When you go out to work on something for somebody, it's not just working on their equipment. You're working on them as well to help them get better and see what you're doing, to find comfort in you as well. So I've been a coach now for a little bit over 2 years. And like I said, Greg has been my coach, so. All right.
Awesome. You are super committed, and thanks for being on the team, Brent.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for being our coach.
All right. Rosemary, you want to go next?
Oh, hi. My name is Rosemary. I've been a coach for 3 years now. I started out doing the T25 program because I was overweight and I was having extreme pain, and I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And in the process of removing all anti-inflammatory foods, I began the program and lost 15 pounds, and then continued on with other programs and lost about 40 pounds. In addition to that, I love running challenge groups and having free groups, and I love the camaraderie between the women, and it's what has helped me be successful. And I really enjoy that part of being a coach. I originally started out with Julia Lieb as my coach, and then I now have Leah Hinnefield as my coach now. But I really enjoy it. I was able to try it out to be full-time, and it just didn't, I don't know if it was just failure on my part. I'll just take the responsibility. I did try my best with that, but I'm back in it and hoping I can kickstart it again.
Okay.
2018.
Great. And remember, it's like you don't have to be a rock star or an elite person or even a person that makes Success Club to be successful as a coach, right? I just want to make sure everyone knows that. You can, everyone has their own reasons, and you could help one person and you could change one person's life, and that's going to make you successful, right? I mean, hugely successful. You could potentially save one person's life, So anyway, thank you. And Wendy, you want to go?
Sure. So I'm Wendy. Ryan is my coach, and he found me back in, when was it, 2015 on the Beachbody blog. And at that time I was looking to start getting fit and healthy. I'd reached a crisis point in my life. I realized that I'd been bullied all my life, and it started back in my own home with my own parents, that taught me that I was never to fight back, that a female does not fight back, a good female does not fight back. And I didn't, and I survived until the age of 57 by being very strong in myself. But at that point I lost it. I lost my own strength. And January 2015, I decided that was it. I had to find my own strength again. So I began to shut down the bullies. I started to look after myself, get strong again. Exercise was one of it. And Ryan was great because he was one of the few people in my life that I could just talk to. And he didn't know I was going through this, but he was supportive all the time. And I really needed that. So why did I become a coach? Well, despite all of this, I was born with a servant spirit. I really want people to be healthy in life, to feel loved, to feel wanted. And I pursued that through healthcare. I went into healthcare research. I'm now a lead in one of Canada's biggest healthcare research projects. And when Brian suggested coaching, I thought, yeah, great, this is another way that I can pursue this interest of mine to really, really reach out and help a lot of people, help them to be healthy, help them to be happy within themselves. And I became a coach last year. It's 13 months since I became a coach, but I really haven't been able to pursue it yet because I was still seeking that strength within myself. And there were a lot of issues that I had to revisit, a lot of things that I had to work out within myself. Part of that was just going back to my family and saying, why? And I had to understand them. And now I do. I went through an awful lot of depression while I was trying to understand them, but I've pulled myself out of that. I've forgiven them, even though they still can't accept who I am now. They hate the fact that I've become a coach. They hate the fact that I don't do what they want me to do anymore. And it's because I have to be myself. I can't be living their life for what they couldn't live themselves. So that's in essence my story.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
Wendy, you're one of the most strongest souls that I know. And I'm so glad that our paths crossed and we got the opportunity to, become such good friends. I mean, it's amazing. You are amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we say that with coaching, we often say, like, you get to pay it forward as a coach, right? So like Brian helped you, now you can just help one other person,
Yeah.
and change their life and give them the support that he gave you, So, I mean, it doesn't matter if a person bought a program off of eBay, if they already have it, if they want to sign up for free Beachbody On Demand, who cares? Just help one person, start there, So great. I'm glad you're here.
Thanks.
Elizabeth.
Okay. Can you hear me? Because I'm not sure
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, I've been a coach since I think June, and John is my coach, and I also got connected with him because I found a hybrid schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I started doing that, and then I signed up for Beachbody On Demand because everyone in the challenge group was talking about all their workouts, so I needed to join. And so I originally just became a coach as a discount coach, and I think I did one of y'all's little sessions that was just kind of like what type of coaches are there? And I thought, oh, I'm just going to be a discount coach. And then I was thinking, well, I can just try to be a hobby coach. So now, I mean, I have greater aspirations, but I am definitely strolling along. I'm not running. But I do think that even in the last few months, just my self-confidence has improved. And so slowly but surely, I'm feeling more comfortable talking about everything to people.
Awesome. Well, in next week's session, we're going to talk about, those trackers. We have a jogger, a walker, a runner. And we're going to talk about the right tracker for you, the right type of coach for you. And then we're going to get you guys to fill them out. And we're going to, kind of do that. So if you're a stroller, that's perfectly fine, We'll take that next step with the stroll. So awesome. All right.
One quick thing that Elizabeth said, which is certainly true for me, and I know it's true for Wendy, is that confidence that being a coach gives you. The confidence, more self-esteem. And I had no idea that that was going to happen when I became a coach. No idea that just by helping people that I could create a better presence with myself in all areas of my life. You know, from my work to my relationship with my wife, to my relationship with my friends and coworkers. You know, that confidence that this opportunity brings is just amazing, because there are so many highs with coaching, and there's also some lows that you fight through too. So everything contributes to that. So if you're doing this as a hobby coach or stroller, know that you will still be able to get a piece of that it's still going to affect you, that it's going to make you that better version of yourself. So it's just amazing. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Awesome. Okay, Shauna, let me unmute you. Or no, it's not letting me unmute you. Can you unmute yourself?
You guys are going back and forth, maybe.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I've been sick lately, so sorry if my voice is too scratchy. But I became a Beachbody coach in 2015 just because I wanted to help out my family and like my inner circle, because I've had a lot of people in my inner circle that struggle with like obesity and stuff. And so that's why I decided to become a Beachbody coach, and David Kirby's my coach. And I started Insanity in 2013. That's how I came about Beachbody. And I've just been kind of strolling along, just doing it off and on because I have little ones. And so with pregnancy and everything, like I can't do it all the time, but I do try to help out as much as I can. Just pretty much primarily just like my friends and my family.
Are you pregnant now or?
Yeah, I'm 30 weeks.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I was going to say, if you just had one, that's like the perfect time to, back into things and get people to join you. But
in March, it's coming up.
Yeah, right. Okay, awesome. I know Autumn has some maternity workouts, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you can do those or check those out.
I've been doing PIO.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. Tom, hold on. Let's see if I can unmute you. There you go.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Tom Scudero, been a coach for 8 months now. Started doing Body Beast, and after doing about every program I can find and following them and using every supplement I can get my hands on to hope one would actually work, I saw right away that the results I was seeing was amazing. And I didn't know that anything about the coaching opportunity. Just I tried Body Beast, so it worked. It was great. So I reached out to my coach Greg, and I said, "Tell me more about this." And I knew it worked. Still know it works. Saw the financial opportunity, and I just want the quality of life and to enjoy the healthy lifestyle and help other people do the same. So here I am.
Awesome. And, just to brag on Tom a little bit, Tom, how long you been a coach?
8 months.
8 months. But I know Tom, he was a runner. We talked about the walker, the jogger, the run. He was a runner, and he hit the ground running and went diamond in 4 months, was it?
Yep. 4
months, and he's hit Success Club 5 and 10 every single month for 8 months. So, and obviously he's making a very good income from Beachbody now too. So, that's just a great success story for you guys, for you new coaches.
And I remember, and I'm going to ask Tom to say it again. I remember after Tom exploded on the scene and he was on one call, Tom, tell us, how did you do it? And what did you say?
Just do it.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, honestly, it's said it. Just kind of just participate in these calls and just tell everybody about it. Just do it, make it happen. I mean, I don't know what I say.
Exactly what you said. Tom said, "Well, I did all the coach training calls, and I just did what you said. I just did what you guys said to do, and that's what he did. And it worked."
I mean, honestly, that's completely true. I mean, it's, you know, and I always like kind of struggle what to say because I mean, that's simply I followed blindly almost. You know what I mean? I really did. I mean, you know, I saw you guys successful at it. You offered all this free support. This free training is there, and I just listened and followed, and I didn't even understand the compensation plan. I didn't even know I was going to be diamond when I thought I made ruby. Greg's like, "Oh, you're skipping right over ruby. You're going to turn, diamond." I was like, "Really?" I just followed your lead. I mean, the training is there, the sport's there. These guys know their stuff and are the best. And thank you again. But yeah, just follow the lead and do it, man.
Awesome. Thanks, Tom. All right, Pablo coming to us from Puerto Rico in the dark. All right.
Yay. So I'm in Puerto Rico. I've been a coach for 2 years. I started my first Beachbody program back in 2009, but I never finished it. So 2 years ago, I started again, and Brian found me on the boards, and the support that I got from the group and from Brian, I knew right away that I just had to be a coach. So, a couple of weeks later, I was telling Brian, I'm signing up as a coach. What do I need to do? That's it. And been going ever since.
Awesome.
Yeah, Pablo, he was one of those guys that just, like he said, was like, I just met him, and he's like, I want to be a coach. All right, cool. And then just signed up just like that. And Pablo's a very modest guy, right? Everyone, but he is an amazing leader. He's a leader in our groups that we run. He's always there to, if you make a post, I don't know how he does it, even with the power out down there. Anybody makes a post, first person to throw a like on it is Pablo. I mean, it's just amazing. So he's...
Well, without power, I have nothing else to do right now.
Even with power, you would do it.
Right. I just love how positive you always are, Pablo.
Oh.
It doesn't matter if the whole island's flooded and you're middle of a hurricane, Pablo, you find the sunshine and the rainbow, So,
You gotta.
Yep.
You gotta.
I think you're doing working out during Marie, right?
I've been working out all.
Power just went out, but I got to do my squats.
Yeah, well, that's what this is for.
Yep.
That's all there is.
Yep.
BOD here. I've now been diagnosed, I think I told you, with osteoarthritis. So that's not going to stop me.
Yep. And you're one that loves the coaching community. It's like it doesn't, you don't get frustrated. You don't get, depressed, or whatever. You just, you love being engaged with the community, and we love having you as part of our family. So, I mean, that's awesome.
And Pablo, he finds a way to do it all. The Men's Leadership Conference, we went to Dallas. The summit last year in New Orleans, Pablo was there. So he finds a way to hit these important events and to be part of that community.
Awesome. All right.
You have to be there. That's all.
All right. Let's see. Johnny, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So, hey, everybody. Name's Johnny. It's 2:40 a.m. here now in Germany, so I'm sorry for all the secondary movements and the yawns, but I'm tired. Yeah, so Greg is my coach. He approached me doing the...
Johnny, you're in the military, right?
Yes, I am in the Army. Next month will be 14 years.
Wow, awesome.
Thank you for your service, Johnny.
My pleasure. So yeah, anyway, Greg approached me doing the Beachbody On Demand workout thing before they took it away last month. I forget what it was called already.
Super Gym, yeah.
Yeah, the Super Gym thing. And yeah, my two prior coaches were not, they might as well not even had a profile because they weren't responding at all. But Greg reeled me in. He's led me every step of the way so far. He told me that being in the military, being a coach is free, and I still have yet to turn in all my paperwork for that. So I have absolutely no reason not to be a coach. And my why really right now is just to kind of, for accountability reasons, to have a reason to get fit, because everybody knows if you don't stay a certain amount of fit, then the military will kick you out. So I've been struggling with my weight for a while, and it is very serious. So hitting the 14-year mark and not having, the 20-year mark is like right out my door. I don't want to be kicked out for weight. That would be stupid. So yeah, just here for accountability and supplementary income once the retirement does come along. So.
Awesome. One of the things that Tom does is he runs fit clubs at work, and he pulls in people like during their lunch hour, and he just puts on Beachbody On Demand, and that might be something that you would want to do. Like if you, have other people in the military that, want to stay active and obviously stay in shape, right? That you might want to run a fit club there. You can certainly do that as a coach. And that's in, with Beachbody has certifications, like you can get certified in Insanity or PIO or all the different programs, and you can go into gyms and teach in gyms, but you don't even have to get certified to lead a fit club. Like if you just wanted to leave a fit club on base or leave a fit club at your work, you guys can do that. And that's a great way to meet people. And, Johnny, you have the opportunity to sign up. You can sign up the whole base as coaches underneath you, for free. They can just all become coaches, and anything they buy, you get bonuses for. So it's
I do think it's pretty prime picking over here, because everybody's always looking for a coach, but nobody's ever stepping up to be the coach. So
well, that's good. That's good. So
yeah.
Just one other thing, Johnny, get that paperwork in. Because you only have 30 days from when you signed up to get it in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been a coach now for about 2 weeks, but yeah, I will definitely take care of that.
Yeah, you're active military. If you need the information, just let me know. I can give it to you. All right. Russ, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, with some background noise there.
I'm going to turn my TV down, but I'm going to keep talking.
Okay.
If I could find where my wife put the remote. Okay, there we go. Is that a little better?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hi, I'm Russ, and my coach is Kevin, whose coach is Mike Millay, who I don't know if he's out here today, who I think Mike's coach. Is that right, Greg?
Yeah, Mike's under me. I'm Mike's coach.
Oh, okay, and so when I came in June 2014 with my friend Kevin at work, man, I was up in 290s, feeling like crap. My second baby on the way, and you talk about having wives and being so out of shape and being a gym rat my whole life, and just looking at the clothes and bulging and not feeling good and everything hurting. That was time enough where I said I needed to do something different. And my friend Kevin, who happened to become a coach, had told me about it. And, you know, I tried Shakeology. I had tried a couple of workouts before. And at the time, the shape I was in, I said, you know what? Shakeology for sure. Let me look around at some of the programs. And I found Tai Chang is what I started on because I was so out of shape. I needed something low impact, no impact. And I came on board. I started doing that. And quickly enough, eating cleaner and working Tai Chang, I was able to transition into PiYo, which I still, to this day, like I keep falling back on. I love Shailene's awesome. And so that's where I am. And, you know, I tried to push for a little while on the coach business, but, you know, I've stuck around because I love the products. Like, you know, so many of you guys have said, I wouldn't still be here if I didn't believe in the product. And, you know, I still talk to people and try to point them in the direction if they ask me questions. And I get a lot of people at work and friends and family who ask. In the last year, I've fallen very short in terms of, you know, me doing my workouts as well as just, you know, trying to pursue the business because my wife and I opened the business. And as you can now hear, because they're screaming behind me, my two little ones, and this is the witching hour. So it was rough, but I've hit a point where I said, you know what? I put some pounds back on. I started going to the gym again and doing Body Beast and 21-Day Fix in the gym at 5 a.m, which, you know, so many of you guys, you're posting those workouts really early. And a friend of mine was like, why not? And there's a gym right down the block from work. I park. I don't have to look for parking anymore and go do my workout, shower, and walk into work. And what I found is now I got people asking me again, send me information. I want to know. So, you know, I've done the groups, but you guys, like, you know, I just reached out to Tom and I'm like, he's inspirational. Like, he just came on board and said he did what you guys said. And, you know, I kind of went through the motions and I got the idea. I understand the conversation, but time is rough. And, you know, having little ones and running a business on the side was hard. But again and again, I keep coming back to, I love doing this. I've always, you know, I'm a teacher by profession for 25 years. And I want to head back into doing this and teaching people how to live cleaner, be healthier. And that's so. Here I am and picking up the ball again, and let's see how we can go.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Russ. All right. Well, we just had Carrie that hopped on. Carrie, do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
She's like, what?
I don't think.
I was on the phone.
Okay.
I just moved over. So I'm Carrie. I actually found Brian. He didn't find me. I'd been doing Beachbody. I've been doing it, 5-6 years now. Found him, joined his group on the message boards, switched over to him as a coach, and then became a coach almost 2.5 years ago. So I always wanted more. You know, every time there's a premier group, I'm like, what's this premier group? I want to be in it. I want to do more, you know, and then I was basically encouraging everybody also. And, you know, finally after a couple times, I said yes to the coaching thing, and here I am. I'm basically a information gatherer. I have been for the last couple years. I'd like to work the business more consistently, and that's the plan, just trying to get myself consistent and get my butt in gear. So
awesome.
Carrie's my long lost sister. we both have that warped sense of humor, but yeah, she's been, you know, she's one of our leaders too, and she rocks. She's very modest. She's an Emerald coach. She's rocking the business, but she knows, you know, if you applied yourself a little bit more, you would take off with this. But you've had a lot going on. New house. You're in the new house right now.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Brand new house that was like 6 months getting built and stress and everything. But she's awesome. Love you.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw the finished pictures. Did you post those?
No, I haven't. I've got pictures from Christmas, so yeah, I'll post those.
Yeah. I
I
remember
remember to see your workout room today. You posted in the group.
Oh yeah. Today was the very first day in the basement workout room.
Awesome. Awesome.
Jealous.
Okay. Brian, you want to take 5 minutes and just give an overview of Beachbody and Team Beachbody?
Yeah, I'll get through this real quick. We kind of went long there on the whys, which is a good thing. That's the most important thing that we possess is our why for everything that we do, whether it's getting those results or changing your financial situation, your relationship, having that strong why. Beachbody, we just celebrated 10 years, our 10-year anniversary of the coaching opportunity, which is amazing. That's a milestone right there. 10 years ago, there was 2 paths that Team Beachbody could have taken. They were very successful with P90X, and they had some other little programs too with that, but the P90X really put them on the map. And they can either venture one way where they can go into retail outlets and throw a bunch of money into advertising, or they can go another way where they saw that a lot of their business was coming from referrals, and it was coming from people helping other people, because back then they did have the Beachbody website, they did have the forums, and they saw all this activity there. And they had that idea that what if we can actually reward people for referring them to this lifestyle, to our products. So they, what are we going to do? So they did research in both, and thank goodness for us, they decided to go the path of creating this coaching opportunity. And it took a long time to create this opportunity. They actually brought in experts from multi-level marketing companies, business experts. They brought in just average Joes who had success with P90X. They brought them into it. And by the way, all those people are millionaires now because of this opportunity. But that is how it began. Beachbody saw they could have went the easy route, but they saw that if they went this way, they wouldn't be selling out, and they would be able to help so many more people, not only with their products, but with this coaching opportunity, really, really change people's lives financially. And that is the direction they went, and they haven't looked back since. And the work that they have done literally has changed millions and millions of lives. And guess what, guys? There's still millions and millions of more lives out there. People think that, well, where am I going to find people that want to work out, or where am I going to find people that want to be coaches? Unfortunately, we have a country here in the U.S. and in Canada and the UK where people are overweight, people are obese, people are unhealthy. I was there. I was 39 years old, knocking on death's door with so many ailments. So there is a strong need for what we do. And Beachbody realizes that the need is there. And they never stop innovating. They never stop giving us direction. They never stop giving us information and inspiration. I have never, ever seen a company that cares for its people the way that Beachbody does. I've never seen a company where the CEO actually does Facebook Live videos and talks to you, or they come on our team calls. Just a couple weeks ago, we had Isabel Deichler, which is not only our CEO's better half, but the co-creator of Shakeology. She came and did our team call. Not Beachbody's team call where there's 20,000 people. No, our team call, Team Engage. And it was just us on the call. So they're always looking for that. I've never seen a company, do that. and they're constantly innovating. It took them a long time to actually enter the digital era of, you know, Beachbody on Demand, and it was a challenge in the beginning, but they're always there for us, and that is something that you cannot say about a lot of companies, and I don't care, MLM companies or other companies, you know, that they really genuinely care what happens to us coaches, because we are the lifeblood of the company. That idea they had 10 years ago and what they built, you know, it now rests on our shoulders, and they realize that, and that's why they take such good care of us. And I'm proud. I am extremely proud to be a coach, and that's one thing that I tell people all the time. You know, when people ask me, when I first became a coach, you know, I wanted to keep it kind of secret. I didn't want too many people to know, especially nobody at work to know, you know, because at work I'm work Brian, you know, and you know, but things have happened that I won't go into, and I completely changed my outlook on that. And now I am proud to tell everybody that I'm a coach, even if I don't know you and I walk up to you in the grocery store, you know, hey, I'm a coach. You know, I don't say it like that, but you know, anybody that I can talk to, you know, and that pride has come from the way that this company treats us, and also our own community here and our own team. I lost my thing here. Okay. And just so you guys know, we just recently, which you probably do, ventured into the UK, which is a whole other market. You know, that market is not only huge, but it's a sign of things to come. It's a sign of things to come. I remember 5 years ago when I used to do my calls, I told everybody that you know, if you ask somebody right now, 10 people, you just pull 10 people on the street and you ask them if they've ever heard of Team Beachbody, you might get one person that says, oh yeah, isn't that P90X thing or blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, in 5 years, you're going to ask 10 people and 5 of them are going to tell you. Now, I don't think 5 are there yet, but maybe 3 or 4 knows, you know, Team Beachbody. But I am telling you guys, we are venturing out into more countries. You're going to see it explode, and we're all in it at the right time, because you're going to see it explode. And that day is going to come when you're going to walk out on the street and you're going to talk to somebody, and it's just going to be like asking somebody about their doctor. Like, do you have a good doctor? I'm looking for a doctor that blah, blah, or a dentist. People are going to say, do you have a good Team Beachbody coach? I'm looking for a coach. You know, and it's going to be like the same thing as asking somebody for a doctor or a dentist. You know, that is how big this is going to get, and it is going to get that big. So keep that in mind. Greg, do you want to say anything?
No, but I'll talk about Summit if you're done.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know the veterans here. Are you guys signed up for Summit? Right, Wendy and Elizabeth and Carrie, and I know Tom, you are. Pablo, are you? Brent, you are. Yep, Pablo. Rosemary, not yet. Okay, well, you still got to. So if you guys like Shauna and Stephanie and Johnny, right, Russ, you know, especially the new coaches, you want to take a look at Coach Summit, right? It's once a year. It's the largest Beachbody event in the country. Right now, it's only held in the U.S. Like Brian says, as we expand around the world, I'm sure we'll be having summits overseas and other places as well. But it's going to be in Indianapolis, right, in June or July, I forget. July?
June. Yeah, it is June.
Go to coachsummit.com and you'll see it. As new coaches, you can get discount tickets for $170, which is really cheap. And it's only a 3-day event, so it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you don't have to take off a lot of time. You don't have to miss a lot of time from work. But it's amazing because, I mean, like all the coaches that have come in the past, like Carrie, and I've got to meet Pablo and Wendy and you know, and everybody. And and that's how we become so close, right? That's how we become such good friends, right? Because you guys attend events, right? So it's like, that's where you're really going to get a connection, and you're really going to get to know everybody else on our team, and you're going to get to know us, and you're, and that's going to, by you, getting to know us better, that's going to help you more in your business, right? More. And not only us, but you're going to get to meet other coaches, and you're going to learn from top coaches in the company, because it's training that you're going to get all day long. And there's obviously workouts. You get to work out with all the trainers, and it's, you get to, hear from the corporate execs, and you get to experience everything. So it's an amazing an event. New coaches, you can even earn a ticket for free. That $170 ticket, you can even get that for free. And we'll talk about that in our third session, how you can earn that ticket for free. But Johnny, I'm sure you probably get a military free, plane ride over, right? You could hop on one of those C-130s and get here for free. So all you would need is a 3-day pass from the military and
parachute out.
Yeah, right. No, I have a buddy who's in the military, and he can go wherever he wants. He travels all over the world, for free, as long as you get leave. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and I would highly recommend you guys. If you don't have a ticket, get a ticket. That's the first step. Then you can worry about how you're going to pay for the hotel or whatever, and you can look for discount hotels and whatever, but just get a ticket, commit to going, because I've been to Summit every single year. It's been amazing. It's been game changer. It's helped me so much in this business. Going to events is what has really helped. And speaking of events, we have Super Saturday this weekend. Okay, so Super Saturday, if you don't know, it's a quarterly event. Johnny, I don't know if there's any in Germany, but I know that there's one near every single other person. You just have to look up on the Team Beachbody Coach website under training and events, I believe. You'll find Super Saturday, and it'll bring up a map, and you just click where you live or put in your zip code, and it'll show you all the Super Saturdays around you. And all the super trainers, like Autumn Calabrese is hitting like 3 or 4 cities. And, I know they send out Chris Downing and Joel and Jericho, and I don't know who else is going, but like they send out a lot of the super trainers to different cities, and they'll hit like one on Saturday and one on Sunday, maybe one on Friday night. So you have lots of opportunities. Brian, I know Autumn's going down to Miami near you, so you can check her out. But definitely, guys, get to a local event. I host the one in DC, so if anybody wants to come to DC, you're welcome. We can hang out together. But we have Carl coming to DC. So anything else you want to say about that, Brian?
No, just I can't stress how important Summit is and all the different Beachbody events. Summit totally changed everything when I went. I missed the first year as a coach, but I've been every year since. And it's an incredible experience. Especially, the first thing is the team, is getting to meet people that you have been working with for so long, and then you finally get to meet them in person and share. It's just incredible. The keynote speakers that they have, and they don't skimp. As I told you, Beachbody has some amazing high demand speakers like Darren Hardy. Who else was there last year? Darren Hardy was the main one Brendan
Bouchard.
Yeah. So it's just an amazing experience. 30,000 of us. It's just incredible. Super Saturdays too, and there's other events that go on throughout the year. Things that that you can catch online, like like Beachbodies does a surge sometimes, Facebook Live, which would be a couple hours long. Make sure you hit that. Our team calls that we have, make sure you hit those. Just being part of the community, what you're doing is you are setting yourself up with the opportunity for aha moments. And that is what builds this business, is aha moments. It's moments that come along where you go, oh my God, that makes so much, finally it makes sense. Or, oh my God, I need to start doing that. I can do that. I know how to do that. And then you do it, and then you have success. So if you're denying yourself the opportunity for those aha moments, you're doing yourself a disservice if you want to build this as a business.
Right. And the other thing is there's a national wake-up call every Monday, right, that Beachbody puts on, and they always have a top coach that gives training. And I that's something that I've listened to every single week for 7 years, And when I worked full-time, I didn't listen live. So if you guys can't listen live, that's okay. There's a playback number that you can call all week long, and it'll play you the whole 1 hour, call. Or I do the podcast. You can subscribe to teambeachbody.com and get the podcast. Now, why do you want to listen to the call? Okay. One, you're going to hear all the latest news and promotions and specials and rule changes and all that stuff. You're going to hear recognition, right? And, like the corporate VPs, Carl is on these calls. You're going to hear from the super trainers. They're on these calls every quarter. And you're going to hear from the top coaches, right? Well, there's new coaches and there's top 10 ranked coaches or whatever. And they do a great job of teaching every single week. So if you're not listening, like Brian said, if you're not plugging into the calls, if you're not attending our team training, if you're not paying attention to our page, well then how can you expect to stay engaged? Well, how can you expect to be successful in this business, right? Or how can you expect to remain a coach even? If you're not like pouring into yourself, like even if you're coaching people and you're pouring into them, you're eventually going to run dry, right? You're going to burn out. You're going to give everything that you have, and then you're going to want to quit, right? If you're plugged into Beachbody, if you're learning new things, if you're engaged with our team, if you're showing up every single week, you're going to stay committed. You're going to be 100 times more successful. And I think, and I can promise you guys, you're going to be happier. You're going to be happier as a coach if you do that. So trust me on that. I see people who disengage all the time and they disappear and then they quit, but the ones like Pablo, who's on every call, who is, on our page all day long, he is never going to quit. All right. I know that.
I will tell you this, it was very difficult when the hurricanes first started, but just being able to keep contact with everyone in the team just made a huge difference. And it just kept me going. I had to share that.
Yeah. All right, well, we've gone over time. Do you have anything else to add, Brian?
One real quick. They announced it on Monday's wake-up call. The wake-up call, starting next Monday, will be broadcast live on the Beachbody Champions Facebook page. So you don't have to wait for the replay. You can watch it live. If you don't watch it live, it's still going to be on the page, so you can watch it whenever you want. But every wake-up call now, it's about time they did this, is going to be on film and live.
Only on the Champions page, or is it also on Coach 411?
Now you got me thinking. Was it Coach 411 guys, or was it the Champions page? Who listened to the call besides me?
I haven't listened to that one yet.
I don't recall.
I think it was a champions page, but if not, everyone here is part of both pages, right? 411 and the champions page. And if you're not,
you should
be. So get with me, get with Greg. We'll give you the links.
Champions is a group, and Coach 411 is a page. So you guys can go just look up Coach 411, Team Beachbody Coach 411. It's a like page. It's a Facebook like page. And then it's called Beachbody Champions is a group. And anybody can join that group, and it's a great place for information and sharing and stuff like that. All right. Well, thank you all for attending, and we will see you next week.